A very good morning to Dr. Emma and my fellow course mates. We are Group 4, and this is our presentation regarding Assignment 1, Critical Analysis of Language Use in English Media. Next slide, please. So these are our group members. We have myself, Sharice, Mary, Saneha, Gina, and Shah. I'll now pass my time to Gina. Thank you.
Okay, so first and foremost, welcome to our exploration of linguistics, where morphemes take the fundamental units of meaning in our research. So bound morphemes need attachment to form meaningful words, while free morphemes stand alone. There are two types of bound morphemes, which is inflectional morphemes, which includes grammatical features like plurality or tense, and derivational morphemes change a word's meaning or category. Syntax organizes words to create coherent and organized sentences, while semantics dives into study of word and sentence meanings. So our goal is to unveil linguistic techniques in media through careful analysis of structure, grammar, and meaning in this space. So I'll pass it to Shah.
For justification of chosen media, first and foremost, the news broadcast is chosen because it contains various morphological, syntactic, and semantic elements. The advertisement that we chose possesses the appropriate word use, syntactic structure, and semantic meaning that are required for our analysis. Lastly, the language and the word use in both medias are clear and suitable. I'll pass to the next presenter.
Okay, thank you, Shah. So we have found three examples in the video to analyze it in terms of morphology. So this is the first example, the second example, and the third example. So let's jump to the first example. So in this video, beach is a free morpheme independently conveying its meaning. As a lexical morpheme, it belongs to an open class, which means that it has its own definition, it can stand alone. So specifically, it can be a noun category. The word beach has identified as the lexical morpheme, as I've mentioned. The beach is a root word without adding any words to the word itself, and is used as a word in the new video podcast chosen. So let's jump to the second ones. In the second example, the word answers is analyzed as a complex word including two morphemes. The base morpheme is answer, which functions as a free morpheme. When combined with the plural suffix as a bound morpheme, it forms the complete word answers. In terms of grammatical categories, answers serves as a noun. So the base form answer can act as both a noun and a verb, but with the addition of the plural suffix, it specifically indicates multiple responses or solutions. Therefore, it refers to responses or information that House Republics are seeking in their lecture to the Attorney General. So the last one is the unsafe, which is found in the third example. The word safe stands as a free morpheme capable of standing alone with a clear, meaningful definition. It doesn't require any additional morphemes to convey its primary meaning. However, the derivational morpheme un transforms the object adjective safe into new adjective, which is unsafe. This process not only changes the grammatical category, but also adds a new layer of meaning, emphasizing the opposite of safety. Now I'll pass it to the next presenter.
I'll be presenting on syntax. The sentence chosen for syntax analysis is Russia strikes Zelensky's hometown, timestamp 9:38 to 10:50. To build the syntax tree, we must first identify the class of words. The word Russia is a noun, strike is a verb, Zelensky's is a possessive pronoun, but it can be classified as a determiner. And lastly, the word hometown is a noun. Start from the right. When the determiner, Zelensky's, is combined with the noun hometown, it becomes a noun phrase, NP. The verb phrase VP is created when a noun phrase NP meets a verb, which is the word strikes. The word Russia is a noun, so it is a noun phrase, NP. To make a sentence, the noun phrase NP and the verb phrase VP are combined. Thank you. Now I will pass to the next presenter.
All right, so this is an example for semantic, timestamp 1717 to 1749. The sentence is gunman shot by police after firing outside Memphis School. Next slide, please. Semantically, the linguistic meaning of the sentence indicates the presence of an armed individual, yet socially it suggests a broader cultural background. The sentence encompasses both the denotative and quantitative meanings. Denotatively, the text presents factual information, however, connotatively, it suggests peril, commonly linked to danger, anxiety, and uneasiness. Next slide, please. In terms of lexical semantics, the words in the sentence can be considered marked or unmarked. In the sentence, the word gunman shot by after outside Memphis and school are unmarked as they are common. The only word that is unmarked is firing, as it is uncommon. The reason why it's unmarked in this context is that it is less common in everyday language compared to shooting. Firing often implies a sustained or continuous act of discharging a firearm, which might not be as frequently encountered in typical conversations. Next slide, please. This sentence has several lexical relations. The sentence consists of only 3 out of 4 lexical relations, which are hyponymy, homonym, and antonym. The words that are classified under hyponymy and police and school. In general, homonyms are shot and firing. These two words have multiple meanings. Shot can be referred to as a photograph taken with a camera, and firing can be referred to as firing a person from work. The word outside is classified under antonym, as outside is the antonym of inside. The words by, after, and Memphis, however, do not have a specific lexical in this particular context. Next slide, please. In the sense of ambiguity, the sentence can be understood in 2 ways. Firstly, the gunman was shot by the police after he, the gunman, fired outside of the Memphis school. Possibly, this situation took place because the gunman was firing outside the school. Secondly, it could be that the police shot the gunman after firing outside the Memphis school. In this interpretation, the police officers received information after they were firing other types of threats. That is all from me. Now moving on to the next presenter.
Thank you, Sneha. Now let's move on to advertisement poster. Morphology, as mentioned in the introduction, deals with the study of words. Based on this advertisement, lexical and functional morphemes as well as inflectional and derivational morphemes are identified. Let's start with the word eat. Eat has been identified as the lexical morpheme. Why? In this context, eat is used as a verb without any added emphasis. It is the root form of the verb, and remember, one of the characteristics of lexical morphemes is that they are often noun, verbs, or adjectives. These are the reasons why it is a lexical morpheme. Next, the functional morpheme identified in this advertisement is the word can. First thing is to notice here is that it is an auxiliary verb. Although can is the root word, it does not have a clear meaning. Instead, the word has its own grammatical function, which makes it a functional morpheme. Moving on, inflectional morphemes are morphemes that are used to indicate aspects of the grammatical function of a word. Here we use the word serves. The root form of this word is serve, functioning as a free morpheme itself, and because the word is in its singular form, the suffix s, which is an inflectional morpheme, is added. Lastly, the derivational morpheme identified is the word employees. The root word is employ, which is a verb, while employ serves as a noun after the suffix ee is added. We can see that the parts of speech for the word employ is changed from a verb to a noun. Now let's shift our focus to syntax. Unlike morphology, syntax examines sentence as a whole. This sentence was taken from the chosen advertisement. Chick-fil-A operates on a unique business model. Provided here is the syntax tree for the sentence. From the right, a unique business model makes up a noun phrase because it contains a determiner, adjective, and nouns. Adding a preposition on makes it a prepositional phrase. The verb operates continues to make the phrase a verb phrase. So Chick-fil-A itself, it's a noun phrase. To make it a sentence, the noun phrase and the verb phrase is combined. That's all from me. I'll pass it to Cherise.
Alright, so moving on to the analysis of semantics. Now, the sentence we have picked is Chick-fil-A serves real white meat chicken pressure cooked to perfection. Now, let's begin with the linguistic meaning. The sentence is connotated linguistically. Its meaning is centered on a linguistic description of the food and does not inherently include broader cultural or societal implications. Its denotative meaning, on the other hand, conveys that Chick-fil-A offers genuine white meat chicken that has been pressure cooked. This is a factual statement about the type of food served by the restaurant. Connotatively, this sentence carries underlining suggestions beyond its literal meaning. So it could imply that its quality, fresh, and perhaps superior compared to the other similar products. Next slide, please. So as mentioned previously by my good mate, marked words are uncommon and unmarked words are common. So the only marked word is Chick-fil-A. As we know, it is a specific brand name that uniquely identifies a particular establishment. Next slide, please. Okay, so moving on to the lexical relations, we have identified two instances from the sentence. First of all, white meat specifies the type of chicken being served, which is a hyponym of the broader category meat. Next, chicken refers to the type of food being served and represents a hyponym of the category poultry. So in summary, analysis of word use, syntactic aspects, and semantic meaning brings to light the distinct yet interconnected elements of communication in both news broadcasts and advertisements. Nevertheless, both rely on these elements that resonate with their intended audience in order to convey their messages and achieve their objectives. So that is all for our group. Thank you.